Welcome to solverfy.
This is the answer to Chapter 15, problem number 57 from the Smith Organic Chemistry textbook. And this problem asks us, this problem tells us that although methane reacts with chlorine gas to form chloromethane and HCl, the corresponding reaction of methane with iodine does not occur at an appreciable rate, even though the II bond is much weaker than the Cl-Cl bond. Explain why this is so. Okay, and so in order to figure out why this is the case, we need to look at the propagation step of the reaction between methane and iodine. And so we'll calculate the delta H naughts here. So breaking the carbon-hydrogen bond requires 435 kilojoules per mole. All right. And then forming the hydrogen-iodine bond releases 297 kilojoules per mole. Okay. And so doing the math there, adding them together, the delta H naught for this step is going to be 138 kilojoules per mole. Okay, so that's a pretty strongly strongly endothermic step there. So then looking at the second step of the propagation, looking at the second part of the propagation step, breaking the iodine-iodine bond requires 151 kilojoules per mole. And you can find these values in the back of the textbook. And then forming the carbon-iodine bond here releases 234 kilojoules per mole. Okay, and so when we add those together, we get negative 83 kilojoules per mole. Okay, so this is an exothermic step, but it's sort of weakly exothermic. And when we look at these two steps together, what we get is positive 55 kilojoules per mole. Okay, so 138 minus 83 is going to be positive 55 kilojoules per mole. And so this is endothermic. So this reaction requires quite a bit of energy to continue to have it continue. And so this endothermic propagation step is going to be unfavorable. So there's no driving force for this propagation step to occur over and over and over again. And since there's no driving force there from the total between these two parts of this step, if they were exothermic, then it would be energetically favorable for this reaction to occur. But they're endothermic, and so it's not energetically favorable. And so this propagation step isn't going to occur. And if you're not going to get propagation, then your radical reaction isn't going to work. And so that's why this reaction doesn't work, but the reaction with chlorine does. And that's the answer to Chapter 15, problem number 57.